Welcome everyone. So excited to have you all here. We are recording tonight, so if any of your team miss out, they can watch the recording. Welcome. Tonight we're talking all about savvy and being very savvy with our makeup and savvy with our skin. We've got the beautiful Donne, who, you know, she's a clean beauty coach, but the thing is, Donne has actually been in the beauty industry for, I think it's 30 years, but I'm sure she'll correct me. She knows everything about makeup and skincare. Her skin always looks so perfect. I don't even have any makeup on tonight because I'm going to follow along. I learn something every time I do this workshop with Donne. So without further ado, because you don't want to hear from me, I'm going to hand over to the lovely Donne and her beautiful assistant, Maria. So take it away, girls.
Hello, good evening. This is Marilyn Maria Munro, who I'm going to do tonight. She's just a brunette version of Marilyn. Isn't she gorgeous? Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Kim. I've been wearing makeup since I was 12. And I just recently, a couple of weeks ago, celebrated my 50. So that's 38 years I've been obsessed with makeup. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? But only in the last 5 years is that I've been on a clean beauty mission. And so tonight we're going to take you through, I'm going to do an up on Maria and share some of the tips of the, just simple tips that you can use for every day. So we're going to get started. All right. So if you haven't met Maria, Maria's up here with me, and she is a beautiful Malaysian skin. So it's nice that we get to do what I love about Savvy is that it can cater for the palest of skins, from porcelain, fresh beige, natural beige like myself, through to the sand beige with the beautiful tones. And we also got the gorgeous Millie in the room tonight. I mean, she's beautiful Aboriginal skin. So isn't that wonderful that we can cater for that diversity? So that's very exciting. So we're going to get started. Now, prepping the skin. So I want you to think that it's like doing a painting. So makeup is like bringing that natural look to your beauty, enhancing natural beauty. But what we do have to do is prepare the before we paint. So it's a bit like styling your home. You have to paint the walls and prep the skin before the canvas, before we do the painting. So one of the top tips I want to teach tonight is as important it is to wear makeup, is that it's important to be able to take it off. So if you don't take your makeup off every night, you will age 7 days. Every night you don't take your makeup. So all those nights I went to bed maybe with a few too many drinks and I left my makeup on, I was going the wrong direction. So a couple of tips to cleanse the skin and prepare before you put the makeup on is I love the Mirror cleansing oil, which is an oil-based cleanser. And what this does, it acts like a magnet and removes and melts your makeup. So I suggest this is beautiful to wear, especially coming into the winter months. It's an amazing cleanser to remove the makeup. Also, too, great for us and the teenagers and removing your eye makeup and your makeup is making yourself some lavender makeup pads or eye makeup pads, which are really good, nice and gentle on the skin. We've got a really great recipe for you to use that as well. And also, too, making sure that you cleanse, tone and exfoliate the skin, because if there's dry skin, you'll find the makeup will grab onto the dry, dead, dull skin cells. So we want to remove those so that you have a nice, healthy glow to the skin before we start. Because what happens is that the makeup will grab, and as you age, you have less oil in your skin, and what happens is that it tends to, especially if you're using powders and things like that, it will grab into those fine lines. And if you're at that other end of the century like myself, the other half a century, you don't want anything grabbing in any lines at all. So making sure that you exfoliate. One of my favorite exfoliations to use is this satin mint scrub. I just absolutely love it. It helps remove all the dead, dull skin cells so that when you apply the makeup, it will hold onto the beautiful, you know, large skin cells, a nice glowy look. Also to prepping it, it's really super important. There's two things that I love to prep the skin. Is using a good moisturizer, especially this time of the year. I love switching over to the Bloom as well as the Art Intensive Serum, especially because the skin doesn't sweat in winter, and so it needs more oil. All right. And also, what's a great primer as well to use is the Art Renewal Serum. I love this because it adds hydration, it adds water and moisture to the skin, because there's nothing worse than having your makeup underneath and there's no moisture underneath that makeup, all right, because it will look quite cakey and it will grab in certain fine lines and those sorts of things. So this is really beautiful. And did I tell you it's a crime not to prime? So we're going to use the primer tonight as well, which is beautiful. It's like a back filler. So what it does, it gently goes smooth and glides over the skin. It fills in those fine lines, those larger pores that we may have, and beautiful on the skin. And another prep tool that I love is the Savvy Coffee Scrub Lip Scrub, because there's nothing worse than putting lipstick on dry lips and it looks absolutely horrific. So a couple of times a week or 3 times a week, use the poppy seed. It rolls over gently over the lip area, and these are wonderful tools to prep the skin before you put your makeup on. So let's get started. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to prep half of the skin with the beautiful Art Renewal Serum, and it depends on how I'm going to put it on. So we're going to pop some of that on one side, and just so you can see the difference. And then the other one, I'm going to use the beautiful mattifying primer. Whoops, it's absolutely gorgeous. And then gently over the skin. You don't have to do both sides, but I just wanted to show you the difference. What I love about the primers is that they act like a magnet and they hold the foundation onto the skin, and that's something that we need to do. So once you've cleansed and toned and moisturized, pop your primer on and just let that sink in. See how you can see the difference? This one's a lot more dewier, and this one's a lot more finer. So it's really beautiful in preparing your skin before. It's a bit like when you go to paint your walls, you know, you have to use your poly filler. So this is a bit like a poly filler. All right, now the other thing is having the right tools for application. So when we're using foundations and concealers, we have the beautiful brand new concealer by Young Living. And this has got Manuka and tea tree in there. What's really good about this is that concealers can do 3 different things. They can lighten under the eye area and help lift. So if you have darkness and puffiness underneath the eyes, you want to lift them up, it can do that. It also can, you can use it to contour, so we can actually get more definition into Maria's skin if she wanted to. So we could get some really chiseled looking, even though she's got already beautiful cheekbones, but we could get more chiseled cheekbones by going a darker color of concealer. And also, lastly, if you use the same color as the skin, we can use that to cover any blemishes or spots. Because it's got the Manuka in there and the tea tree, it's very good. It has very high cleansing properties in there to keep those pores nice and clean and those blemishes. So that's the concealer. Now, there's no right and wrong when you use a concealer, whether you use it before or after your foundation. So tonight I've chosen for Maria 2 different ones. One is the light 2 because I'm going to lift a little bit under her eye area. And the other one is the medium 1, which we're going to use to cover all her spots that we can't see. We're going to make some up tonight. All right, the other thing I really love too is Young Living have a concealer brush. And this is really great because you get to be able to blend it in. Even though the magic wand that comes with it is really beautiful, I do like using brushes, hence because You don't want to get any bacteria going into product, all right? So we can do that tonight. I always love to use paper towels, especially if you've got teenagers and young women in the house. So they like to make a mess in the bathroom and no one wants to clean it up afterwards. So having a paper towel is really good to use. You can put some cleaning wipes in your bathroom for the girls and those using the bathroom as well. So let's get some product out. So I'm just going to grab some out and I'll just pop some on the back of my hand, just like that for now. And I'm just going to grab the concealer brush. So you can purchase that individually. And the first thing to do is to pop your concealer under. So you can see I'm not taking it too far. So a couple of tips when using, and I'm just melting it into the skin. You can actually create a whole different way when, if you have a little bit of darkness in through there, just pop a bit in there. So you can see that's quite, you can see a little bit goes a long way, which is super, super cool. All right. Now, the secret to when doing application is blending, blending, blending. All right. So now, if we wanted Maria to have, she wants more definition in her eyebrows, you can actually just pop a little bit up through there. I will blend all this out in a minute. And if she wants her lips to look a little bit bigger, you can actually put some on. So just over that lip area, that will enhance those beautiful lips as well. So we're just going to do that. I'm not going to do that side of her face because it's hard for me to get around. She's going to have one side done tonight. She's going to be winking on one side. All right, so we've done that one as well. All right, now if we're going to use the medium one, which is a little bit, so you go lighter if you want to get that lift and definition. If she wants to just cover any blemishes, you know, she's got a lot of blemishes. I can't see one. All right, so I'm going to have to make some up. But sometimes women have a bit of, or have a little bit of movement around the nose area. You know, sometimes you have that little bit that your foundation always comes off in certain spots. So using your concealer will hold your foundation to that spot, which is fantastic. And you know, she's got so many spots going on here. We're just going to make some up. All right. So don't be scared. Just get in there sometimes with the nose. All right. Now, if we went a darker colour, we could contour with it. And then we could create some extra cheekbones through here, through the nose, up through here. And you can actually do a whole definition. But we can do contouring another time. All right, so that is your concealer. Super easy. Remember, you're doing this first thing in the morning, so you want it to go really, really quickly. Now, to put on your foundation, we have the beautiful foundation brush. This is a full coverage liquid foundation brush, and this is my favourite. However, I've got 20-year-old twin girls, and their favourite is the blending sponge. Where is it? I think he's here somewhere. Oh, where is it? Where is it? I've lost it already. Do you see a sponge on here? Oh yeah, there it is. I love this. This is a latex free. It has a large surface, and so it's really good when we go to use the foundation for getting large applications on the skin, and also good for getting into small, precise parts of the nose, eyes, mouth, and that sort of stuff. But tonight I'm going to use this liquid foundation brush to lower. Now, the great thing about this beautiful, these are handmade in Italy by a beautiful little Italian family. And I love it because they're flat top and they're very tightly packed. And so you use less foundation, you use less products by using it. All right. Now, this beautiful foundation, which I had the pleasure of launching here in Australia and New Zealand, is made with sacred sandalwood. And it also has beautiful ingredients in there as well. So it has mica in there, so it helps the skin glow. It's made with, I can't even think off the top of my head what's got in it. But anyway, it's got amazing properties in this product. I will put all the ingredients and list them for you, but let's get more about the application tonight. So basically what I do, we've chosen for Maria Sand Beige. Now with the beautiful Malay skin, they have a beautiful golden undertone. So the Sand Beige is a beautiful colour with that golden undertone, all right? You can order, if you want to colour match for yourself or you want to colour match friends and family and stuff, get this gorgeous little colour matching tool, and then you can basically don't put it straight onto the skin. What you do is you just pull it a little way there, and you can see how that Sand Beige fits beautiful on Maria's skin. If we went natural beige, it was probably a tiny little bit pink for her, and of course fresh beige is way too pink. So with the Malay skin, Sand Beige, and when I do Filipinas, pecan seems to work for them, which is really beautiful. All right, so that's just a little tip. All right, so grab that. We're just going to put a pump on here, and off we go. So we start at the forehead. I love the forehead because you can just basically blend this out and through the eyes. This is such an easy application. I'm going to blend this out because I put quite a bit of concealer through there. We're really going to just change that tonight. A little bit over the lips. And you'll be able to see how easy this is. Now, always blend it through here and on her neckline, and see how that just looks absolutely gorgeous on Maria. I might have to do the other side because I really don't want her going home. Now, you can see the concealer going home with one face. The husband's going to be like, what's that? Right. Now, I love the foundation because it leaves a dewy finish on the skin. And then in a moment, I'm going to pop a setting powder on there. We're going to just fix this up. So you can see the concealer has really covered, you know, her freckles. And here she's got these beautiful freckles. And here they're more natural. So it depends on what sort of look you want for your skin. If you want a more heavier finish, more coverage, you would add more to it. And you can see 2 pumps is way enough for Maria. How amazing. But this brush really makes it super easy. And you just go around in circles. Hazel going out there. Who's doing their own makeup tonight? We have a prize for anyone that shows us and goes into a drawer, shows us a picture. Right. How good is that? Whoops. Beautiful. And you can see the blending is really super duper. Now, if we do the sponge, you can do it dry or you can actually do it wet, and then we can just press it in. And it gives a really nice finish. It's latex free as well. What a beautiful colour. They blend in so well. Maria, is it hard finding, was it prior to living sadly hard to get colours for your Malay skin, like foundation colour?
Very hard because it's cakey.
Very cakey, yes. Yep. It is very hard. And so you can do a light finish and get like a tinted moisturiser finish, or you can do a heavy. Look at that, how beautiful is that? Now, if you want to set it, and when I was younger, we used to use setting powders all the time, a translucent powder, which I really love. And what I love is called the Veil, and it's in a matte finish. So it's basically not the really luminous Veil, the diamond dust. This is the matte version, and this is beautiful in setting Maria's skin. Now, part of our brush set is the gorgeous 5-piece Steady Mineral Brush Set. So this is gorgeous. It's like $99, handmade in Italy, and you get 5 beautiful brushes in this. So you get the gorgeous bag. You get this gorgeous, look at it. It's so wonderful. It's so divine. I feel like Marilyn Monroe when I'm dusting this over my face in the morning. And then you get also in there, you get a blusher brush. You get a flat top powder brush. So it's great for your foundation, powder foundation. If you want to, especially in summer here in Karratha, it does get very hot. We're talking 45, 40 degrees every day. So you know, powders are really good in absorbing the extra oil that we produce in summer. Whereas in winter, the skin doesn't produce oil, so that's why we need more oil. All right, doesn't sweat. And then of course you're going to use the eyeshadow brushes tonight. So we put a nice gentle dusting. So just get your beautiful matte veil, put a tiny bit in there, just like that. Cool. And then what we do is we just dust, and this will just take that shine off. And especially the younger generation, they really, really love matte makeup. They're matte mad. All right, and that just really beautifully mattes that out. You can see that gorgeous face we have there. Look at that beautiful curly hair. It's naturally curly, right? Yeah. We got this brunette version of Marilyn. All right. So there we go. So next part. So that is your base. Very super easy to do this every morning. Very nice. But you can see it will set and it will hold really gorgeous throughout the day. So the next step we're going to do is her eyes. So I've chosen tonight the beautiful natural quartz, and it's a 4 palette. What I love about this, especially when you're in a hurry in the morning, you can actually use like this beautiful bliss color, and she can do her eyebrows with that as well. So I'm going to do those first. So another brush you can buy from Young Living is a beautiful angled brush like that, which I really, really love. And then this is Maria's own palette. And so what we can do is with the angle, now I'm trying to do this sideways, so it's going to look very interesting. You can see it's a beautiful color. We're just going to put a few of those up there. How cute that. My dog has Carlo's given him a toy. I can hear him going for it out there. How good is that? When you can use your eyeshadow to do your eyebrows as well. So basically, we've got absolutely gorgeous eyebrows, and all we need to do is just fill in some of the lines and just give a more definition. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful. What a difference it makes. And the eyebrows, what they do is that they frame and shape our face. So we'll do some on this side. So I'm just lifting up with that angled brush. And so this is just a really easy tip for you out there to do. Next time we get together, we shall do some more in-depth makeup. But tonight, we just wanted to showcase how to do your everyday makeup. So you can dash out the door. And if you've got, over time, you can always just lengthen out your eyebrows. So how good is that? So that colour was the Bliss, which is a darker one in the corner, which is really gorgeous. Now, usually when we do eyes, there's a couple of rules. So we have, think of an imaginary line. Let me just pop this down for you. So we have an imaginary line that runs from the corner of your nose to the corner of your eye to the corner of her eyebrow. So when you're placing eyeshadow, you don't go outside of that. You keep everything on that 45-degree angle, all right? And that keeps everything beautiful. The same thing happens on the corner of her lip, on the corner of her nose, to the corner of her eyebrow is where you pop and stop your eyeshadow. All right. Now, some of us have a big gap between our eyelid and our eyebrow. And so you don't always have to go super high. All right. Some of us have, like myself, have a hood, which means we don't actually have a big gap between there because our veranda posts have fallen down and we have a little bit of a overhang. The verandas are hanging in there. Yes. So there's lots of different ways next time we get together of different eye shapes, different eye colours, what suits and all those sorts of things. Tonight we're just going to run with the beautiful natural quartz. So generally we pick 3 colours. We have a highlighter, which is the lightest of your 3 colours, and that predominantly is used to just pop in here and a little bit through there, just to highlight that brow and open the eyes, all right? You want to open up those eyes. The next colour is called the mid-tone, and that generally runs across the lid through here, and that blends the 2 colours together. Now, the third colour is what we call the accent, and that generally runs across the top here and then into this beautiful crevice, or that beautiful crease line through there, all right? So I'm going to get 2 beautiful brushes in your brush set from Young Living. So we'll get the thicker one and the shorter one. And so, or we can actually, sorry, I'll do the highlighter first. So tonight we're going to use the left, and we're going to just press a little bit on there, okay? And I'm just going to pop some up through here. Remember your imaginary line. So this, by putting some in your inner eye area here, will help open it up, because a lot of us get a lot of darkness in that middle bit here and it gets very dark. So we're just going to bring some of that through. All right, and just give it a nice sweep. All right, take it all over the base if you want to, and that actually can act as your eye primer as well. Then next, I'm going to change brushes, and I'm going to go for the darkest. I'm going to mix the Bliss with this beautiful, like it's called Dragonfly. It's a very nice matte purple, like a violet, I would say. What I love about this, especially with beautiful dark eyes or brown eyes, Maria's got hazel brown eyes, it really helps that colour pop, all right? So we're going to just pop a little bit from that. Now, I tend to just press it from here into that beautiful crease area. Can you see that? Now, I don't go all the way in because I don't want to close her eyes in, all right? I want to open them up so they look more beautiful than they already are. All right, I'm just going to bring it up a little bit there. And then I'm going to mix these two together. I'm just going to, so this, even for, with my blue eyes, is a really gorgeous colour palette for those with blue eyes as well. I really love this natural quartz. Right. You see that? Looks funny. So you just have it on that little bit of a 45-degree angle there. Now, what I love about this as well is that you can use a cotton tip, yeah, and Maria, just open up. I can actually pop some of this under her eye as an eyeliner, and it looks really pretty. You're right. It's not as defined as an eyeliner, but it's really, really lovely. Okay. Cool. Now, the third colour is going to be this beautiful dusty pink, and I'm going to use that to blend this through. And so what I'm doing is tiny little circles, is that I'm blending this part through.
Don't touch it. Let's go.
Wow, that looks gorgeous. If you need a little bit little bit more white through there. Now, a little tip. If you have some of these little eyebrows that don't want to stay in place, another one of our brushes from Young Living, and what I like to do is use the lip balm. This is the grapefruit one. Put a little bit of that on the brush, and then we can flatten these little eyebrows that are just standing everywhere. So, and this just holds them in place. How cool is that? So now she looks like she's got a well-trained eyebrow. Right, cool. Look at that. Look at that colour. What do you think? You think that's pretty? What do you think, Millie? Millie's standing there. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. All right. Now, the next step is, because I can't get around that side to do her eye, is that we will pop on some mascara. So Young Living, we have two different mascaras. One is a lengthening mascara. They both have, one's got cedarwood and lavender, the other one's got lavender and rosemary. And one lengthens. So if you have short lashes and you want to make them longer, you go the lengthening. If you have got long lashes already and you want to make them look bigger, you use the volumizer. All right. Now, the secret is for those mums out there that have got dance daughters and all that sort of mascara on someone is the hardest thing we all do. And what happens is that as soon as you start to take a mascara into them, they start watering and everything goes pear-shaped. So I suggest that you stand next to them, side by side, pop the wand out here so that Maria has something to focus on, and then from the side, gently get her to look at that, and then I get underneath and wiggle, wiggle. All those years of doing dress ups for my daughters that their eyes kept flickering was the most traumatic for me and for them. And so I worked out really quickly how I was going to do this. So we're going to put a couple of nice layers of underneath. Cool. And then I'm going to put a little bit out there again. So it makes Maria quite comfortable for me to do that. And then I'm going to, if you want some big lashes, then you would use your lengthening first and then put your volumizing over. Now, one of the things, I know lashes are a big thing out there and everyone loves to get their lashes done, but I want you to look up the glues and that they use on the lashes. It is one of the most toxic neurotoxin glues on the planet, and it's the closest thing to your eyes. So please do some research on the lashes they're using, where they're coming from, and the glues that they're using. They're very toxic to our body, and they're very close to our nervous system. So you can create beautiful big lashes just by using a couple of good mascaras. Do that a little bit under there. Look at that. Wow! Look at this girl. That is beautiful. Really, seriously? Yeah, just by creating that. And look at the difference in two. So that's why we're doing that. Now, we're going to put a little bit of blush on. I'm not going to use too much blush on Maria. So I'm just going to choose what's going to blush in. Okay, that's all right. So we're just going to put a little bit of, I'm going to blush close and I'm going to put a bit of lip gloss on it. So this was an old-fashioned technique that I used to use. You get a little bit of, and then that. So if you ever need to improvise, you can put lip gloss, you can use a little bit of, just to get a gorgeous little bit of colour on there. Doesn't need to be much, because I have not got mine. No. That's no good. All right, let's have a look. Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right. Lips. Now, one of my biggest tricks I can teach you tonight is as we age, we lose the membrane or the collagen around our lips, and we get what we call smoker's lines or fine lines or all those sorts of things. So what I love to use is using a brush, just like this, and you get a little bit of your lip balm, and you can use it on the outside of your lip liner to fill in the fine lines. All right, and that just, Maria has never smoked in her life. No, she's got beautiful collagen happening because she's got no fine lines. But that's just a little tip that you can use to, and I love using this lip balm to treat your lips at night time before you go to bed. All right, very important. Now, we're going to use a beautiful colour. She loves the bright colours, and I love the bright colours too. We're going to use Mic Drop. And what you can do, the secret to getting lipstick to last longer is layering it and putting it on with a brush. All right, so you get it to last a lot longer. So we don't have any living lip liner, so I had to get really super creative. So use the same little angled brush that I have here. And what you can do is you can create your lip liner with your lipstick. All right. And here, Maria actually has the most beautiful natural lip liner I've ever seen. It's a dream to do tonight, even if I'm only doing one side of it. The husband's going to wonder what happened. Cool. So you can see you can create the lip liner with that, and then you can just go and fill it in. So especially one of the biggest things is using toxic lipsticks, and the reason is that women end up eating their lipstick every day. It ends up in our digestive system and ends up in our stomach. You know, they found many women that had passed away and had found litres of lipstick, toxic lipsticks in their digestive system. That's pretty scary, isn't it? So I love that Young Beauty is clean beauty, non-toxic, and make a difference in our everyday wellness. Ba-boom. Now, it's a Tuesday night here in Toronto. There's nowhere that we can go out, is there, Maureen? All right, and then we have, if you want to add a little bit of glam for the night, pop on the beautiful lips. The lipstick that I used was Mic Drop, and it's got tangerine oil in there, which is beautiful. And we also have the gorgeous headliner lip gloss that has got peppermint oil. So all of our lip glosses, whether it's the beautiful abundant or you get a brace, all the gorgeous colours. So if you wanted to add a real bit more volume, you could, she's going to be really, look at this glamour to the max. And you know what? Why not go to work tomorrow with a pop of colour? I remember reading lots of stories when I was a young girl wanting to be a beauty therapist. And you know what? Women would go out, they would go without shoes and clothes, but they always go buy lipstick because it makes us feel wonderful, it makes us feel happy. And do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Lipstick's one of the most beautiful things that women can wear to make themselves feel good. Look at that. Lily, what do you think? That's pretty hot, eh? Now, we have lots of different colours. So if you're not into the beautiful bright colours like Maria and I are into, we also have some other gorgeous colours. And another one of my favourite is called the lip gloss. Now this is a clear lip gloss. What I love about this, it has 19 different essential oils in there. Pretty cool, isn't it? So it's very treating on the lips, and it's beautiful to wear as a clear oval lipstick, or you can wear it to bed at night time. So it's basically like skincare for your lips. How cool is that? So there you go, guys. What do you think? It was a very super easy, quick. That's what we wanted tonight to be all about, because we do understand that over there in the eastern states, you guys are a couple of hours in front of us. But I want to show you what my beautiful brunette version of Marilyn is looking like. What do you think, Kim Thompson?
I think she looks amazing. What does everyone else think? I just tried that lipstick color on because I don't normally wear bright lipstick. I haven't done my eyes, but I did the mascara thing because I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually don't ever put that many layers on, but I was watching you and I was doing the layers and I can actually feel like my eyelashes feel so much bigger. So anyway, and I tried out that lipstick color because I actually like doing days like today because I try different colors that I wouldn't normally try. Because yeah, I'm not a lipstick person, but you know, hey, you've got to give it a go, I reckon. So thank you so
absolutely.
I think you look beautiful. You always look beautiful anyway, Maria, but you look even more beautiful tonight. So does anyone have any questions for Danae about what she did tonight?
I'll get Kim to read them to me because I can't read the screen. The selfie ring we've got is so bright I can't see the screen at all.
Well, Viv is saying that you look stunning, Maria.
Danae,
sorry, what was that?
I just wrote that Maria looks stunning, which she does. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Do we still use the Savvy Minerals spray for when we use the foundation?
Yes. So if you're using a powdered foundation, you can either use it dry and it won't, the drier it is, the powder is more oil in the skin. So it's great to use the spray if you want to get more of a more full coverage look onto the skin. And if I wanted to turn this into Maria's eyeshadow into a metallic look or something a lot heavier, I could mix the Savvy misting spray with the eyeshadow, and it would give what we call a foiled effect to the skin.
Awesome.
So you can give that really long lasting, but not for a day. Well, I don't. True. And you can use it too when you're doing your eyeliner and stuff. But tonight I chose to do a real simple, easy, everyday going to work look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I used to use, when I used powder before the foundation came, the liquid foundation came, I would spray my whole, like use the spray, the misting spray, like to set the powder.
Yeah.
On my face.
Yes, that's a great idea. Tonight, because I did the liquid, I used the matte veil as a setting powder. So that's why I didn't use a mister tonight.
Okay, so you don't use both of them, just one or the other.
Yeah. You can. It's just that the liquid foundation got a lot more oils in it, so it's a lot more, oil based rather than a powder base. That's why the misting spray works with the powders.
Lovely. I hope your husband loves you and gives you extra kisses tonight, Maria.
Hopefully. He is. Oh, wonderful. Any more questions?
No? You can always post them in the Team Valor Facebook group as well if you have questions. And Danae's done an awesome video the other week on colour matching and how to work out which colour you are using the Fitzpatrick scale and some famous celebrities, which I really loved. So make sure if you're not sure which foundation colour you are, that you check out that video, because that made it so super simple for me, and it's also helped me to colour match other people as well. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much to Danae and the beautiful Maria for being our model. If you did follow along tonight and you have want to take a photo of your makeup, there is a prize for everyone who does it. You just have to post it in the Team Valor Facebook group, and with a little note to say that you attended tonight's workshop and this is your savvy face, and we will send you out a prize. So everyone who does their makeup, you get a prize. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And I will say good night to the lovely ladies over there in Karratha. What a shame you don't have anywhere to go. I'm probably going to go downstairs, take my makeup off and go to bed. But thank you, everyone, and we will see you soon. We've got another Tuesday night workshop coming up in 2 weeks' time, which the lovely Amanda Grist and myself are doing the new starter kit, including the wellness oils. So feel free to invite your people along to that workshop, and we will see you then. So good night, ladies.